Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into something that shapes the way we see our world, the nature of social science. Don't worry, we'll keep it super simple with examples you can relate in your daily life. So let's get started. The first point is social science is a unique combination of various disciplines. Okay, we can consider social science as a big fruit salad. It has bits of history, geography, economics, politics, sociology, and more. All these subjects come together to give us a complete picture of a society. Each one looks at society from a different angle, but when we combine them, we get a complete understanding of how the world works. Let me give you an example. Think about climate change. To understand it, we need geography to study about the weather patterns, economics to see its impact on industries, jobs, etc. Political science to look at government policies, and sociology to understand how it affects communities. Okay, from this we can understand that without combining all these subjects, we would only see a part of the problem. We will not get a complete picture. That's why we say it is a unique combination of various subjects. Now we can move to the second point. Social science is a study of human relationship. Okay, we can say that at its core, social science is about people, how we connect, cooperate, and sometimes even disagree with each other. It studies the way humans live together in families, communities, and larger societies. Then, also, we can say that these relationships shape everything: our traditions, the culture we follow, our work, and even our happiness and emotions. So, we can say that social science helps us understand why people behave the way they do in different situations. That's why social science is called the study of human relationship. It is all about the people. Let's move to the third point. Social science is a study of man's development through ages. What is meant by this? Okay, we can consider social science like a time machine. It takes us back to see how humans lived in the past and bring us forward to understand how we live today. It studies how people have changed over thousands of years in their lifestyle, technology, beliefs, culture, social system, and everything. Now, let me explain this point with an example. In ancient times, people used barter system to exchange goods, and later came coins, then paper money, and now we have digital payments like UPI, credit cards, etc. This journey tells us about how human progress, okay, in their exchanging systems. And let me say in another example in communication field, from cave paintings to handwritten letters, then to emails, and now we have instant messaging. From this, it is evident that social science helps us to study and appreciate the transformation which man had. That's why we say social science is study of man's development through ages. By looking at the past, we understand how we reach the present and can plan for the future. That is all about the third point. Now we can move to the fourth one. Social science is a realistic course of study. We may think that social science is just about reading theories from books, but it's not like that. It's about real life itself. The topics we study connects directly to the world around us, the world we live. It teaches how to deal in our everyday life, how to understand people, how to live peacefully in society, and everything. Also, it helps us to understand or learn the values like cooperation, respect, problem solving, which is very essential in our day to day life. Let me explain this point with an example. We have studied political science in our school. In that, we have learned about Indian Constitution. When we learn about the Indian Constitution, We get to know our fundamental rights like the right to equality, right to freedom, and our fundamental duties like respecting the national flag, helping maintaining harmony, etc. Later in life, this knowledge guides us when we go to vote, when we take part in community discussions, or even when we question a policy we don't agree with. That's why we say that social science is a realistic course of study. Okay, now we can move to the fifth point. Social science forms an important part of the core curriculum. Okay, let me explain this. Social science is a compulsory subject in schools because it's something every student needs, no matter what career they choose. Social science helps us to understand the world we live in, how to be an informed citizen, and how to make better decisions for ourselves and our communities. Let me give you an example. When we learn in civics about how election works, we become prepared to vote responsibly when we turn 18. When we learn in geography about climate change, we become aware of environmental issues and can act to protect nature. That's why we say it's an important part of the core curriculum. The next point is it includes commitment to action. What is meant by this? Social science is not just about knowing things, it's about doing something with that knowledge. When we look into our daily life, we can see many examples on this. It teaches us that being a responsible citizen means stepping up when there is an issue, not just watching from the sidelines. It helps us to become a responsible citizen. For example, in civics, we have learned about our national symbols like national flag, national anthem, national song, national emblem, etc. And social science teaches us about how to respect them, not just their names. By studying social science, many values are installed in us. One among them is the patriotism. We should stand when the national anthem plays, never let the flag touch the ground, and use it only in correct way. These are small actions that show love and respect of our country. That's all about the sixth point. Now we can move to the seventh one. Social science aims at preparing the learner for wholesome social living. The main goal of social science is to help us become good and responsible members of society, a responsible citizen. It gives us the knowledge, values, and skills we need to live happily and peacefully with others. Also, it teaches how to respect different cultures, care for the environment, work together, and solve problems in a fair way. In social science, we learn about different states, their languages, their traditions, customs, beliefs, systems, everything. When we learn about festivals from different states in India, we also understand how to respect each other's traditions. This helps us live together without fights and with more harmony. That's why we say that social science aims at preparing the learner for wholesome social living. Now, let us conclude this topic. We can say that social science is more than just a school subject. It's a guide for life. It teaches us about past, helps us understand the present, and prepare us for the future. Also, it shows us how to work together, respect others, care for our country, and make the world a better place. By learning social science, we don't just gain knowledge, we learn how to live in peace and harmony with everyone around us. Okay, friends, that's all for today's video on the nature of social science. See you in the next video. Bye.